truth is, I would dare say that when you think about something specific, whether you're conscious or not of this, highly likely, really quite unconscious, you're attaching yourself to the outcome. And the issue is actually around attachment. And I want you to imagine the story you've heard before of the butterfly that comes and lands. And if you actually just hold out your hand, sometimes the butterfly will land. If you were, first of all, to try and hold that, you would crush it and it would be over forever. And also, if you move, it actually will get startled and it won't land. And this is the same principle I'm sure you've heard of, where you desperately want to hear from somebody and you don't hear from them. And way back when we didn't have mobile phones and we didn't have answering machines, this was much more obvious. You'd go out to the garden and you'd be doing something and then the phone would ring in the house, or you would go out shopping and then I think all of us here are old enough to remember the times when we had those phones that you had to do this to and you didn't have whatever, right? So it's actually an issue of non-attachment. And for me, surrendering and letting go session, let me just show you this, is one of the most powerful that I actually created to address this issue. Have known me for, 10, 15 years as the girl who literally manifests way beyond my wildest imagination. Marcy Shimoff, I actually just talked about her, but she calls me the queen of manifestation, right? So she's just like, I can't believe what you manifest. And so one of the bizarre things is I actually, long before there was Positive Prime and there was this very elegant technical solution, I had a magazine. It was an architect's, kind of features of the year. Anyway, it was all of the images that I loved were of this round house. It happens to be in California. However, I cut all these images out. Now, see, I live in this house. This is actually where I am right now. So this is our home. This is our property. And it is a Nautilus shell. And it was actually designed by an architect who adhered to the Fibonacci series mathematics. And it is precise. And it's one of the only in the world. And of course, it won lots of awards and it's amazing. And it's 40 years old. So anyway, I manifested a beautiful man long after I had these images of a round house. And this is kind of important because it helps us to appreciate divine timing. For those of us who believe that there is a higher power, a god, or gods, if you're a Hindu, sometimes we can believe into there is a destiny for us. And we can inform that, and we also have to be in a state of grace to allow it to unfold in the best interests of our higher self. And so sometimes if you feel yourself going towards something specific, you can catch yourself and you can say, that's okay. Do you know what I really want, and or something even better that I'd be happier with that I can't yet understand, right? So if you can add or something even better, you allow God and or these universal forces to give you something that is more appropriate for you on this spiritual journey. I have found that when I have completely let go of any attachment to the outcome, which by the way is quite hard work spiritually, you can't spiritually bypass this stuff. That's when it magically manifests. And it's always because the situations and the circumstances and the people and the resources have shifted in such a way because of other preceding factors. So let's just say I really want to go on a particular vacation, right? I really want to do that cruise out of Venice or into Venice. So long as there's or anything that is in the best interests of my higher self. I committed to a spiritual journey that allows me to experience the fullness of this life and my potential. That was a very scary thing for me to commit to, because that could mean that, and it's interesting because I've just been in Bali and the Hindus really do believe in karma and they also believe in reincarnation or future lives. If I am supposed to experience poverty in this lifetime for my own karmic benefit, it's do I want that? Because I quite frankly quite like luxury. So committing yourself to a spiritual journey that is in the best interests of your higher self does not necessarily mean that you end up getting what you thought that you always wanted.